What's up, Periscope users? Here today, talk to you about two specific strategies. Working outside in this in Charlotte and Stella. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about these two strategies to help you reach your goals. One powerful strategy that I've actually used in the past is a lot of people refer to it as dreamlining. And it's just basically outlining your goals on paper, taking a moment to maybe even make a vision board. And basically what I did back in August is write down all my goals, where I wanted to be in 5 months, taking it one day at a time and writing out price, like how much it's going to cost you to get where you want to be, what kind of income you need to have, and then basically adding up all those expenses turned out to be less than I thought it would. And here I am now, and it's almost May, and I've accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish back in August, and for less than I thought it would be. So that was one strategy that really helped, is just writing everything down, maybe even making a vision board. Some people like to visualize those sort of things. But the second strategy that I touched on earlier that I wanted to come back to is something that was coined by a guy named David Allen. He wrote a book called Getting Things Done, GTD, and he calls it the natural planning model. And basically the natural planning model is things that you do day to day but you don't really think about, but it goes through a list of defining purpose and principles, why you want to do what you do, and then going into outcome visioning, which outcome visioning is basically thinking about what your end goal is going to look like. And some people can just do this by Googling something and figuring out what it's going to look like at the end of the product. But then you go into something that we learned in grade school, which is like mind mapping. So this section is called brainstorming, and once you start brainstorming, your ideas start flowing. It's more quantity over critiquing, and you don't critique until you get to the organization step, which brings me to the next section, which is organization. And once you organize, you'll realize that all the quantity that you came up with before, you'll probably use a lot of it, but you'll get rid of a few things here and there. And then once you get through those few steps, you go to defining the next actions, and those are your actionable items, so the things that you can actually make a move on. So, for example, one of the things that I did this on was I have a charity, and we wanted to have our first board meeting, and for me that was like, I don't know how to run my first board meeting. So I did the same things that are in these natural planning steps. I defined the purpose. Why do I want to have the board meeting? Is to hold a meeting together with all the board members that want to be a part of this and figure out what exactly are the next steps for the board, and then taking that, visioning what some of the board meetings look like nowadays, and then brainstorming ideas, topics that we want to talk about, and then finally defining the next actions, all the different actions. And it was a huge, long process. It probably took us a good month or so between my fiance and I to organize the board meeting. But once we did it, it was a huge thing that was in the past. We did the same natural planning model for defining our getting our 501c3 status, which is a huge thing to do without a lawyer. And we cut costs this way. So if I can give you any one word of advice, it's just do your research. Like, you don't need to hire to get everything done. You can do it yourself, and it'll help you become more efficient. It'll help you to become a better task manager, and it really releases your front level thinking when you can write stuff down, vision them for the future, and you can relax. And people don't know how to relax nowadays. I mean, even me, I'm type A personality, and I know how to relax now because I'm writing things down. I'm organizing everything that I'm writing down, and it just helps you to enjoy life a little bit more. So if you want to hit me up on Periscope, swipe right to follow me on Periscope. You can find me on my website. It's Josh Aguirre. That's AGUIRRE.com. And then yeah, I'm on all these social media platforms, so come check me out. Thanks for the like, guys.